Está light.
Está lento, ¿verdad?
Está light. Yo digo un perrito, pero no veo.
No, allí bajo la silla de la señora Rosa.
Ah. Ruben Obed here, transmitting live from La Posita here in Dorado, Puerto Rico. La Posita. La Posita, if I were to translate what La Posita means, Posita is basically the water hole. So they don't call it the water hole, but that's what the translation is. This right here is called La Posita. So if you ever come to the town of Dorado and you want to come here, you can ask anybody, where is La Posita? And they'll redirect you here. This is about maybe, I don't know, about a minute, a 2-minute drive from my house. About a 10-15 minute walk. This is La Posita. See that rock right there that's split in half? Before, when I was growing up, that was connected, so you could actually like go underneath the edge of the rock, and we used to hide out and we used to like dive off of the rock. But then one day it just snapped down, so now people dive like from this green one or from over there. But you gotta be careful, because there are it looks small, but it's right there. It gets deep there, and there have been people have drowned here. And even behind this, sometimes I have a cousin who's a harpoon fisherman, and he went back there and he got tangled up with the rope on his harpoon, and they were unable to take him out. So, this is open ocean, Now what happens is all these beaches are interconnected. So if you walk, like basically if I could fly that way, I would reach San Juan. San Juan is over there. So technically I could literally take a walk all the way to like San Juan from the coast to here, John B says, wow, what a beautiful sight. Where is this? This is here in my town of Dorado. It's a little beach, close to my house. And my wife and I, we come here all the time, And If we go up that way, that's Dorado Beach is down there, you know. But this is a little spot called La Posita here in Dorado. La Posita means the water hole. So, yeah. That's why I love Puerto Rico, because, you know, when you're living in a place like this, even if you don't have money and stuff, you could come here and this is free. You could just sit here and get fresh air, you know, and this is Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico's beautiful, you know. So if you ever see like Jake Paul's videos, like his mansion is kind of adjacent to these beaches. So, you know, especially you'll see him like down that area down there, like running and training on the beach. It's near that area, near the hotels. You know, this is all, a beach area. But here in Puerto Rico, there's always been a fight, because a lot of rich people, they buy houses and they try to privatize their beaches. But in Puerto Rico, all beaches are public. So you could own a house. Your house could be right in back of me right now, but this belongs to the people, you know. So yeah, there's that constant, issue here in Puerto Rico, because the beaches belong to the public, you know. We got to be careful, because a lot of people with money, man, they'll privatize all of this, then we'll be screwed. But yeah, this is Dorado, Puerto Rico, John B. You ever come to Puerto Rico? Dorado is one of the prettiest towns in Puerto Rico. No, it doesn't look crowded, because the thing is, you gotta understand, this is an island, so there's beach everywhere. You know, so this is kind of like a designated spot, but here in Puerto Rico, you could park anywhere and just, beach out wherever. So if you're coming down down the road and you see a nice spot, you just stop there and bring out your cooler and spend the whole day wherever the hell you want. It's not like in the States where everything is, you can't park here. This isn't a designated beach area. No, Puerto Rico's all beach, so just pick a spot wherever you want to go. And this spot in particular, people do come here and bring their kids and stuff. So, but little kids right there playing in the sand. I noticed that there's a lot of sargasso. I don't know what that's called in English, but that red stuff sometimes pulls up and it's kind of nasty, but it goes away. But that stuff on the red stuff, it's like algae Sometimes there are high levels of sargasso. I think it's called sargassus. But anyway, it's basically just seaweed. But in places where it accumulates, the sargassus tends to stink a little bit. So it don't smell here though. It just smells like ocean right now. There's no lifeguards here or nothing like that. I could walk anywhere. I could walk down there. I could climb them rocks. That's the good thing about, Puerto Rico. And to those people watching who don't know, all of this is America, baby. Puerto Rico is America. So you don't even need a passport to come here. If you got a driver's license, you come to Puerto Rico. It's just like another state. We use US dollars here. Everything is, all you gotta do is hop on a plane and just get here. Just like, look at that bird. You saw that bird? It dove in the water, grabbed the fish. Look at that. Oh, he must have caught one, because he's flapping away. Yeah, he did catch one. Okay, so it's called sargasso in Florida too. All right. So yeah, man. But right in there, like right there, right in the middle, you see that it looks like a little shell, like a little hole. But that's deep right there. I mean, I'm talking, that's about 7-8 feet deep right there. So if you dive in there, you're gonna have to swim out. And let me tell you, it's this right here. It's a little bit dangerous, because those waves, they will pull you back. You know, so if you don't know how to swim, you shouldn't be swimming in open ocean like that, because believe me, you could drown. You could easily drown right here. So that's what I like about Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico, we live in many ways very, like the Constitution. We feel free. You know, in the States, everything has gotten regulated. So it's like you have to go to designated swimming areas, and not in Puerto Rico, we're free here. But the problem is that there's a lot of people coming from the States, and people with a lot of money, and they enjoy this freedom until they start buying properties here. Then all of a sudden, if this starts becoming like the States, then we're going to get regulations everywhere. So, we have to keep in mind, that we right now we have certain freedoms here in Puerto Rico that we don't even have in the States. You know what I mean? Sometimes Puerto Rico feels more based on the Constitution than the U.S. itself. Like right now, if I'm driving down the expressway in New Jersey and I pull up on the turnpike, and I want to sleep on the side of the road, in less than 10 minutes, a state trooper is going to come and knock on my window. But here in Puerto Rico, you're driving down the coast, and if you want to go, if there's some crabs, you want to go crab grabbing, because sometimes crabs, they come down the road. Man, it could be 3 in the morning, and you pull your car over, and if the cops see you walking through the brush with a flashlight and a bucket, they'll know exactly what you're doing. They're like, oh, they're just getting crabs, and nobody will mess with you. So you feel in many aspects relaxed here on this island, But once they start regulating everything, man, they'll mess it up. Then all of a sudden they'll say, oh, well, you can't come here, you can't come here at certain times. Oh, you have to stay within this parameter. If the over here it's just free. Oh man. So we came here for a little bit, just to get some fresh air. I'm here with my wife, and I figured let me do this little live. And when I get out of here, then we're just gonna take the bus over there, and we're gonna stop by the supermarket and get a couple of things that I need. And I need a shower curtain. I've been complaining because I needed a shower curtain, so I broke my shower curtain accidentally. And get a couple of sodas and stuff, and then go home. That's my day today. That'll be my day. If anybody wishes to donate anything, so I could, so y'all could help me out, so I could go to the supermarket and pick up it's always good to have a few extra bucks. So if anybody wants to help out, you could donate to my Cash App and PayPal. It's in the description. Because everything here is expensive. So, going to the supermarket, with not too much money, sometimes sometimes it's bad, man. Because add on the price of things and tax, just a shower curtain, man. I know it's gonna be like $4 or $5, and that's a lot to me. $4 or $5 is a lot to me. It's crazy. It might not be a lot to other people, but it is to me. But this is the spot right here. I'll tell you one thing. Thank God this is free here. Thank God this is free. Some people say the best things in life are free, and this is an example of it. This is an example of it. The weather's nice. It doesn't feel too hot here. Well, if John B, if you ever come to Puerto Rico, you can come to this beach right here. Oh man. Let me check what time it is. It's 12:43. The bus should be coming by at around 1:15. So in a few minutes, I'm gonna head out. I don't feel like walking home today. I don't mind walking home, but there's dogs. People leave their dogs loose. You know, I don't want to get bitten by a dog. Anyways, this is Dorado, Puerto Rico. Anyways, so I'm just gonna be here a little longer. I'm gonna enjoy this little time here with my wife, and look what was on the table. Look, a little seashell. She sells seashells by the seashore. You like it? Anyways, guys, I'm out of here. I'll talk to y'all later. If y'all want to help me out, you know, and donate a few bucks so I could go to the supermarket now when I get out of here, it'd be great, real helpful. Hold on, John B says, what is it? Is it stray dogs? People let them out. No, like sometimes it's stray dogs, and other times it's people who have their houses and you just have the gates open and the dogs will come out, you know. And there's a lot of pit bulls too in the area. Last time I came here to the beach, there was 2 pit bulls here loose, and they seemed pups. They didn't seem like they would, you know, but you never know, you know. So I didn't like it. I left early because of it, because, you know, I don't trust dogs too much, you know. So then if I walk home, you know, it's like the walk home is very paranoid, because anytime we walk by gates and stuff, people just let them out, you know. People here, since a lot of things are like really free, people they don't take the proper measures sometimes, you know, like they do in the States. Over there in the States, everything is pretty strict, you know. But here, man, shit, dog bite you, you know. I mean, you could always go to the police, but, you know, it's a different culture, different world, you know. And at the end of the day, it'll probably end up, they'll probably blame me, you know. Lord knows, if I get bit by a dog, I ain't got no money to go to court. I ain't got no transportation to go to court, so I'm gonna have to just leave it at that. And then if I kill the dog, then I end up in trouble, because I can't make it to court because I ain't got no money, and I can't hire a lawyer. So let's fuck shit up, you know. So it's better just to be safe, and I just, you know, if I walk here from my house, it's about maybe 15 minutes, you know. And in a car or the bus, about 2 minutes. So, you know, I'm close to home. But if there wasn't an issue with the dogs, I would probably walk here like every day, make it part of my workout. My wife loves working out too, so. But we gotta be careful. We ain't got no medical coverage. We ain't got no money to deal with shit, so we ain't trying to risk anything, man. We ain't trying to get in no kind of problems. You know. Any last questions before I head out? Let me see. Let me check here. It's 12:47. Yeah, we still got time. The bus doesn't come by till like, you know, till 1:15. So by 1 o'clock, by 1:05, I'm heading out, and then just stand there, wait for the bus. The bus is free, you know. The bus, the municipality has a bus they call the trolley, and it goes around all day, you know, and it's free. John B says, well, be safe, and I hope you and your wife have a good day, rest of the day. Thank you, John B. Yeah, we will, you know, just living life, man, and taking it day by day and enjoying these blessings from God, because life is short, man. You never know. You may as well just enjoy things. And well, God bless you, John B. I'll give you a last view of the beach. So, transmitting live from Dorado Beach. Well, not really Dorado Beach. This is La Posita in the Barrio Mameyal. La Posita, which is part of Dorado Beach, but it's called La Posita. So, all right, guys, Ruben Obed transmitting live, and if you wish to make a little donation for us, we're about to head out to the supermarket, and if you want to help us out and add on to our little grocery fund, then God bless you and thank you very much. I'm out. Peace.
Ya te